This effect is called grid wipe, and it's just another fancy transition that you can use to go from one clip to another, and it's really simple. So let's just go ahead and jump in. Just go ahead over here and type grid, and we're going to drag the CC grid wipe over to our layer, and we're using the same footage, and from here we're going to go up and see what it looks like. So if we change the completion, we can see that it kind of grids out. So I've got a layer underneath with some text and on a purple background. So with this one, we can do the completion to C, and you can do that with any of these transitions or most of your effects. You can change the completion to C and preview what it looks like. So we're going to put it at 100%, and I'm going to go forward about right here and add a keyframe, and then we're going to go back to about right here and change this to 0 and add a keyframe. So if I play it back, we can see we got that quick grid wipe effect. So let me drop this down, and I'm going to move this one out just a little bit so it's a little slower. Put some easy ease on there, and we can play it out. Okay, so real quick. Now what else we can do is go up here to rotation, and you can change it to, let's say we want to go to 90 or close to 90. We'll go back. You can see where the grid has now changed. So as I play it back, look how the grid is now more like squares. Whereas before we changed it at 45, they went at more of a 45-degree angle. So another thing we can do with this is we can add more tiles. So if we make sure we're selected here, bit of a lockup here in After Effects. So let me move this back here and see if my computer's going to catch up with me. And I don't think it is. So let's try to go back to my selection. Okay, I just had my hand tool selected up here by hitting H on my keyboard. So I just went back to my selection tool. Now if we go about halfway through here, we can see how this has changed. So if we change the tiles, you can see that now you've got more in the effect, and you can also change the shape. So maybe you want to make this doors effect, so you can see how it goes from the beginning and it stretches out from here. You can also do this rectangular change. So a lot of different changes you can make here. You can also change your center to start from where you want the transition to end. And another thing you can do is reverse the transition. So if you want to start, you know how it goes out this way. If we click reverse, well, now when we go from here, it's actually going to go in. So the exact same way, but we're going to go in. So that's it for the CC grid wipe transition. We've got a couple more, so we'll go ahead and go into the next ones.